Hello, everyone. Rob Leslie is my name. I'm the founder and the CEO of Sedicii. And this afternoon rather, I'm going to introduce you to what we've been doing to try and address the problems that COVID-19 have caused us. So what's the problem we're looking at? Governments around the world have been very focused on contact tracing and trying to see how the virus is spreading within the community. But contact tracing is primarily for government use, and it's for health authorities to try and find who is infected. The public has absolutely nothing that helps them assess their risk as they move around the community and try to get back to some kind of normality with their daily lives. We want to address this. And the two questions that we are trying to come up with solutions for are, have I been exposed to the virus in the last 2 weeks? And am I being exposed to the virus now? And if I am, what is my risk? And we want to come up with a solution that works for all the people all of the time, not one that works for some of the people some of the time, or as close as possible as we can get to. What we've come up with is a combination of technology, artificial intelligence, and some smart technology, and something that has been forgotten up to now, I think, which is human context. So we're looking at using the mobile phone, all kinds of mobile phones without an app, combining that with some artificial intelligence and some cool algorithms. And as I said, human context. Do you remember what you were doing, where you were, who you were with at a particular time in a particular place? We look at all of these different risk factors. Were you indoors? Were you outdoors? Where were you? Were you alone? Were you with other people? What age are you? You know, all the other things that we've heard a lot about in the news that all impact the degree of risk that you may or may not be infected or infecting others as you go around your daily daily business in your community. So what we want to create is an algorithm that addresses all of these things that is particular to your context. The key part of this is looking at location to see, have you come in contact with somebody who was previously or is now COVID-19 positive? And we do this using some very cool cryptography that allows a picture to be built of how you moved around the community and whether you crossed paths with somebody who may have been COVID-19 positive. So we do this by using a thing called secure multi-party computation to build a grid of infection risk. And it involves the citizen collaborating with the health authority, collaborating with all the different telcos, and everything staying private to the organization that has it. Bluetooth is the favorite approach today, but it's got a lot of problems. You have to have a Bluetooth enabled smartphone. You have to download an app. You have to switch it on and allow it to consume your battery. And all of these things contribute to reasons why people won't use it, which we think is a problem. An example I'd like to point to is an application that was developed in Korea by a 20-year-old student. He took publicly available information on infections and mapped them. And within days, he was getting 300,000 views for people to see where have infected people been and can I go to those areas safely. And this tells me that people are craving information. What this would look like with our application is the same idea where I see a rough location on a map where I may have crossed paths with somebody, but then I overlay my human context and my risk on top of that, so that I'm able to get a very clear picture of what I'm doing. This will be free for people, but ultimately we want to build it so that we can monetize something for businesses and for governments that give additional functionality. So you can opt in, opt out at any time, and we'll tie it to other things as you go about your daily life. For the Middle East, looking very closely at Dubai and Abu Dhabi as the base for our operations, and we currently have a distributor in Saudi Arabia that we're working with. Very strong team, unfortunately all men right now, but all with strong backgrounds in digital identity, cybersecurity, and cryptography. And what we're looking for is a POC, someone to fund this POC. We need data to build and test a minimal viable product, and we're looking for collaborators, someone who we can work with. So if you're in that category, we would love to talk to you more. Thank you very much.